She's shocked that I picked her. Like in a state of shock.
I'm not thinking, Mr.
That's
President.
okay. I know you're not thinking. You never do.
I'm sorry?
Oh, no, he did not. You see, Trump is a problem. Donald J. Trump. This man was a problem, still is a problem. Even not, he's not even in office, but he's still causing, still making things happen. You know, January 6th, and people are still talking about this man. Listen, hate him or love him, but there's something about this brother that for some reason his name, he's been mentioned. He's gonna be remembered for a long time, whether or not he runs back for president. I don't know where you stand on that. I took to check a neutral position. I will not share my perspective on that publicly right now. But one thing I would say for certain, we're gonna do a reaction video to Donald Trump's most savage moments. I think some of these things are actually funny, so get ready to smile and laugh a little bit here, because yeah, he's got jokes, and he is, let me put it this way, he is something else. All right, friends, are you ready? Let's get into the heart of this message. I hope you're ready for this one.
Okay, question? Yeah, go ahead. Sure. She's shocked that I picked her. Like in a state of shock.
I'm not thinking, Mr.
That's
President.
okay. I know you're not thinking. You never do.
I'm sorry?
Oh, no, he did not. You see, Trump is a problem. He said, you never do. She paused and she said, excuse me. Poor thing. I'm not if I'm supposed to be laughing.
Shock.
I'm not thinking, Mr.
That's
President.
okay. I know you're not thinking. You never do.
I'm sorry?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He is something.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only
has
Rosie
several...
O'Donnell.
No, it wasn't. It's just...
Yo, oh my goodness. Oh, he is too much. He said only Rosie O'Donnell. I see why people had an issue with Mr. Trump, and I did have the same problems as well. Not so much now that I see some of the positive work that he was doing when I try to separate character from duty. So I had to learn, separate character from duty, because oftentimes when you look at character, you focus so much on character that you fail to see duties and responsibilities and works that the man was doing. His character wasn't the best. All right, his language wasn't the best. And it's true. I don't justify him in any way at all. A president should have both responsibilities, duties, in carrying out his duty perfectly and have the right character. But that wasn't the case with Donald Trump. But when you look at the works that he did, you can't deny that this man was doing his work much better than many others, even the man in office right now, which I won't even say his name. Let's keep moving.
Just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Yeah, because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton...
You said because you'll be in jail. And yeah, hearing what I heard with some of the shady stuff that was going on with the Clinton family. Yeah, I get it. But I'll keep my comments to myself.
Secretary Clinton...
We give state dinners to the heads of China. I say, why are you doing state dinners for them? They're ripping us left and right. Just take them to McDonald's and go back to the negotiating table. Seriously. It's true.
McDonald's. Handshake. You're supposed to be shaking her hand.
I want to get paid the same as...
Yo, he did not shake her hands. She's been said, do you want to do the handshake? He did not. Yo, look at his face. He did not shake her hands. Yo, he is a problem. Okay.
I want to get paid the same as a man, and I think you understand that. So, if you become president, will a woman make the same as a man, and do I get to choose what I do with my body?
Look at her face. She is serious about that question. You better give me my answer right now. I'm waiting on you.
You're going to make the same if you do as good a job. You're going to make...
You're gonna make the same if you do as good a job. Powerful. Great answer. Great answer.
Make the same if you do as good a job. You know, last night, I called Hillary a nasty woman. But this stuff is all relative. After listening to Hillary rattle on and on and on, I don't think so badly of Rosie O'Donnell anymore. In fact, I'm actually starting to like Rosie a lot.
Yo, he's got jokes.
Do you expect Matt Whitaker to be involved in the Russia probe? Do you want him to?
It's up to him.
Do you want him to rein in Robert Mueller?
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
He said, you see, the thing about Trump, he doesn't hold back his perspective. He just says it like it is. And I think that's what got him in a lot of issues. You know, some of us, we think these things, we just don't speak them. Not so with Mr. Trump. And I think that's what got him in a lot of problems with people. And they were not able to see the positive things that he was doing because, yeah, I mean, he's just unfiltered.
Since you attacked CNN, can I ask you a question?
John Roberts, go ahead, John. No. John Roberts,
He said no.
CNN's fake news. I don't take questions. I don't take
He calls CNN fake news.
questions from CNN. CNN is fake news. I don't take questions from CNN. John.
You know what? The thing is, when he was saying this, it sounded like somewhat far-fetched from reality because so many of us, I mean, at least me, I used to watch CNN myself. But after watching Project Veritas, especially during the C-19 pandemic and some of the one-sided side of the story that was promoted by CNN and how somewhat propagandally managed I felt like this system was, I no longer even check out a CNN video unless there's something there that is based on facts and I try to check it out. But I'd stay away from it. It's true. There's so much fake news coming from CNN. It's a fact. I'm not saying it's all fake news, but it's so mixed up with a lot of perspective, one-sided view. It's leaning in one direction. I'm not saying Fox News is perfect either, but at least you get more truth from Fox News than others. But I would say the best news to read is the gospel, the Bible. You safer with that, but don't get me wrong. It's okay to get other perspective from elsewhere, get a nugget of truth from different places, but certainly CNN, fake news, I get it, because, come on, can we be honest?
I don't take questions from CNN. CNN is fake news. I don't take questions from CNN. John Roberts of Fox. Let's go to a real network.
Your campaign had an ad showing migrants climbing over walls and so on.
That's true. But they weren't actors.
They're not going to be doing that.
They weren't actors.
They're hundreds of miles away, though. They're hundreds and hundreds of miles away. That's not an invasion.
Honestly, I think you should let me run the country. You run CNN. All right. And if you did it well, your ratings would be much better.
If I may ask,
that is true. The rating for CNN is bad right now, and JP was talking about this. People are not watching CNN as much, you know. He is not lying again. He's not lying. This is not something. He's not lying. I think he was way ahead of his time, to be honest.
That's one other question, Mr. President. If I may ask Peter, one other question, are you worried?
That's enough. That's enough.
Mr. President, that's
enough.
We are alarmed by the new calls to adopt socialism in our country. America was founded on liberty and independence and not government coercion, domination, and control. We are born free and we will stay free.
That was intentional. That Bernie Sanders just sitting there like, is he coming at me? What do you think?
It's great to be here with 1,000 wonderful people, or as I call it, a small, intimate dinner with some friends. Or as Hillary calls it, her largest crowd of the season.
Stop. Leave her alone.
His visceral response to attack people on their appearance, short, tall, fat, ugly. My goodness, that happened in junior high. Are we not way above that? Would we not all be worried to have someone like that in charge of the nuclear arsenal?
Mr. Trump.
I never attacked him on his look, and believe me, there's plenty of subject matter right there. That I can tell you.
He said, oh my goodness, he is a problem. He is a problem. Oh
Why is this such a big topic for you right now?
Well, immigration's a very big topic. Take a look at all the crime that's being committed. Go take a look at it.
The research says the crime does not match what you're saying. The research, the Pew research, which is independent, says.
Don't be naive. You're a very naive person.
The Pew research says that there are for immigrants on the whole
Come on, try getting it out. Try getting it out.
I'll get it out.
I mean, I don't know if you're going to put this on television, but you don't even know what you're talking about. Try getting it out. Go ahead. I'll tell you what, CNN should be
He said, don't be naive. Try getting it out. I think she got intimidated. She lost her train of thoughts. I knew she was going somewhere with this, but when he started speaking to her in some way, somehow, she just didn't know what to say anymore. She just lost it. Anyway, he said, try getting it out.
ashamed of itself having you working for them. You are a rude, terrible person. You shouldn't be working for CNN. Go ahead. Go ahead, Peter. Go ahead.
In Jim's defense, I've traveled with him and watched him. He's a diligent reporter who busts his butt.
Well, I'm not
like
a big
the rest
fan
of
of yours either, so
I understand.
To be honest,
he's woefully unprepared to do this job.
What say you?
I think he's the worst president maybe in the history of our country. I think he's been a disaster. He's been weak. He's been ineffective. I know he'll.
By the way, he's not lying. He's not lying. Okay, not on that one.
Hillary met my campaign manager, and I got the chance to meet the people who are working so hard to get her elected. There they are, the heads of NBC, CNN,
oh, no way.
CBS, ABC.
Yeah.
There's the New York Times right over there, and the Washington Post.
That is actually funny, but also true. A lot of what we see is propaganda driven by the news media for one party to push forward one candidate for the people. It's not like we're getting enough information to critically choose for ourselves. One bash the one class and the other one promotes another, and then whoever they want in office get elected, should I say selected accordingly. But anyway, yeah.
They're working overtime. True.
Mr. President, you repeatedly over the course of the...
just sit down, please. Well, when you report fake news, when you report fake news, which CNN does a lot, you are the enemy of the people. Go ahead.
Since you're attacking us, can you give us a question? Mr. President-elect.
Go ahead.
Mr. President-elect, since you are attacking our news organization, can you give us a chance?
Your organization
You are attacking our news organization. Can you give us a chance to ask a question, sir?
Go ahead.
Sir, can you state...
I have to admit, I don't agree with the fact he's not even allowing them to speak. I know this is a compilation video. I'm pretty sure there were times he did allow them to speak, but I don't agree with saying they're just fake news. We can't listen to anything they have to say. I don't agree with that. I don't believe every person who works at CNN are just there to be propaganding fake news. I don't believe that. I think there are some honest among the bunch, but nevertheless, this is a compilation video, so they kind of extract just these things in order to make the video funny. So I get it.
Mr. President-elect,
go ahead.
Can you state categorically,
asking a question.
Mr. President-elect, can you give us a question?
Don't be rude.
You're attacking us. Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude.
Can you give us a question?
I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically?
You are fake news. Sir, go ahead. But one of the things I noticed...
I love one thing about Trump. He just tells you exactly what's on his mind. This is actually, he's brutally honest. And in many cases, I would rather have that than a man who is dishonest, who seems to be loving and caring for me, but ultimately is working for my own destruction. So to a large degree, I would rather have an honest man.
Notice tonight, and I've known Hillary for a long time, this is the first time ever, that Hillary is sitting down and speaking to major corporate leaders and not getting paid for it.
Why not sign the other bills, though, so some of these workers can get paid, the government
You
get
think
more...
I should do that?
Yeah,
No, do you think I should do that, John?
Well, I mean, it's not for me to say
I watch
that.
your one-sided reporting. Do you think I should do that?
It's
Hey, John,
not
seriously,
my...
John, do you think I should just sign?
Well, the argument has
tell
been
me,
made that
tell
you
me.
can sign these bills that have nothing to do with
John,
border
do you
security.
think I should just sign?
And I'm saying that if you sign that, these workers can start getting paid. The government can
So
start
you would
working.
do that if you were in my position. You'd do that.
I'm not in your position. I'm asking you if that's something you will do.
I'm asking you, would you do that if you were in my position?
I'm-
If you would do that, you should never be in this position because you'd never get anything done. Virtually everywhere, socialism or communism has been tried.
So true, though. So true. Trump is correct on many fronts, and I think knowing the condition of where America was and still is, Mr. Trump was the man for the job. Let's just be honest about it. He was the man for the job because of the condition. Things have gotten so much worse. As he said, he came to drain the swamp, and there were all kind of creatures in the swamp. Like, can we be honest? And I think some of these creatures are coming out. You know, Roe v. Wade overturned. CNN Plus is gone. There are many other things that are changing. You know, these women, was it men and women's sports? These things. There's a lot of changes happening. I don't say everything is Trump. I think there are a lot of people fighting for change that are good, decent, positive change. Doesn't necessarily mean you solve every problem, but I think Mr. Trump had such a significant role to play in many of these changes as well. Even with the climate change and the Paris Climate Agreement, just withdrawing the United States away from that and the impact that had in kind of like slowing down the push for green gas emission, and how this would have impacted our taxes so negatively in the name of, you know, reducing carbon emission, which I know possibly there is something that we can certainly do to help the climate change. But Mr. Trump played some significant role, even in the economy and things like that. I mean, we have to give credit where credit is due. We don't have to sit there and say the man was an angel, but I have to look at him and say there were many positive things that he did. That many people hated him, but now that he's gone, and some of us are looking at ourselves and say, you know what, he wasn't that bad after all.
To get anything done. Virtually everywhere, socialism or communism has been tried. It has produced suffering, corruption, and decay. Socialism's thirst for power leads to expansion, incursion, and oppression.
Yeah.
All nations of the world should resist socialism and the misery that it brings to everyone.
Mr. Trump, take
that speech here, he was totally tearing apart. There's a whole history behind this speech, and I know what he was doing. He was coming a lot against the push for socialism and capitalism. That was actually a very intelligent speech, and he kind of made a bold stand. And I think this is why many other enemies of America had to attack Donald Trump, because Donald Trump was standing in their way from carrying out their goals. And that's a fact. And I'm not saying, and I'll make it clear, I didn't vote for him. Most of this stuff I didn't see. And I'm not saying he's a perfect man either. But I'm just saying, once you look at the bigger picture, there was a great work this man was doing. We should give him credit for that. All right.
30 seconds.
Let me just, he wants to be a tough guy. A lot of times you'll have, and it doesn't work very well with
How tough is it to take property from an elderly woman?
Let me talk. Quiet.
How tough
a lot of times, that's all of his donors and special interests. So that's what it is. We reject.
He said, quiet. I do this to my son sometimes. Like, hey, quiet. I'm talking.
Oppressive speech codes, censorship, political correctness, and every other attempt by the hard left to stop people from challenging ridiculous and dangerous ideas. These ideas are dangerous. Instead, we believe in free speech, including online and including on campus.
Powerful. Powerful. Hey, hate him or love him. Say what you say. Judge all you want. This man had a job to do. To a large degree, he did his job. Many of those who can't stand Trump, many of those who didn't like Trump, even today, January 6th committee. This is really a Trump and anti-Trump movement. The goal is to make sure he never becomes president. Ultimately, that's what's really going on, because the evidence shows that they're not really coming up with anything. But anyway, I think there are some systems who wanted to make sure Trump was never reelected, wanted to make sure they get rid of him by any means necessary, and that's what they did. It's becoming a reality to me more and more each and every day. But let's be honest, even though Trump is out of office right now, the impact of his work is still there. Like literally, Roe v. Wade having been overturned is the result of Donald Trump. Like, let's be very honest about it. Like, if he never placed these justices in the Supreme Court, if he had never selected these pro-lifers justices, the vote would have gone in favor to keep Roe v. Wade as it was from a federal level. But now he had changed the scope, literally. He is making an impact in the world even when he's not in office. That tells you something about the man. The man is so powerful that to the point that there is a January 6th committee. They're still going after him. And he's been out of office for more than 2-something years. That tells you something. That tells you something. And I'm not saying he should become president again. I don't know. I will say somebody with the heart, a maverick who is not afraid of calling it what it is, to go and finish draining the swamps. Somebody else has to finish where he left off. I think if he comes back, there's going to be too many accusations that are going to hold him from carrying out his job. And that's not good for the people. I would rather have a man with a better character. Certainly a man who has the guts and the boldness to stand for what is right, to confront the evil in his face, and to bring about positive change in our world. Because this is going to work in favor for not just Americans, but for me, for my family, right? I want that. While at the same time, I'm a realist. I know what the Bible says. No matter how much we want to preserve these things, certainly this world will come to an end. But by all means, we should fight for the freedoms that we cherish and love by any means necessary. We should stand for what we believe. We should stand for our rights. I want my religious freedom because I have to be able to preach to somebody. I want my freedom of speech. Otherwise, I can't speak to you. You understand? I want to be able to raise my voice against something that I know is wrong politically, or else there will never be positive change. So we need to fight for that. And any man who is not respecting these freedoms that we so cherish in this country, by all means, you will never get my vote. But any man, despite of the fact you may not have the right character, if you're doing your job correctly, I can think of many names in my head right now which I choose not to share. By all means, you'll get my vote, my respect, and my prayer. But ultimately, my faith is in God. By the way, if you like this type of video, make sure you like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more of my notification uploads. Join the channel, support us financially monthly basis as well. We appreciate you. Check out the links below. Thank you for all you do. God bless you. And until next time, remember to look unto Jesus, to live by faith. Have a good one. Bye.